Let's take you now to France, where French prosecutors are going to deliver some remarks on Malaysia Airlines MH370. Let's listen in.
For starters, I would like to recall the legal framework behind the investigation. Secondly, I will discuss the preliminary results from our examination. On March 11, 2014, the Paris Prosecutor's Office started investigating the disappearance of a flight MH370 on March 8, 2014. There were 239 passengers and crew on board, including 4 French nationals. The fact that there were French citizens on board the plane is the legal basis for French jurisdiction. The research department of the Air Transport Gendarmerie Brigade started investigating. On March 7, 2014, investigation was opened into potential manslaughter, and now the count has been expanded to potential terrorism and plane hijacking, which has caused loss of life. This is a broad background for the investigation, which enables the French investigating judge to help the truth emerge by exploring all potential assumptions and hypotheses. One investigating judge has been appointed from the anti-terror department. We also have an investigating judge from the group accident department, not forgetting the initial judge. Upon notice of the discovery of the wing part on July 29th in Reunion Island, a subpoena was issued. The debris has been transferred all the way from Reunion Island to the test center of the DGA authority in Balma near Toulouse for examination purposes. On August 3rd, the investigating judge talked with Malaysian authorities, as well as representatives from the Australian and Chinese authorities, not forgetting investigators from the Air Transport Gendarmerie Brigade, as well as BEA representatives. This afternoon at 3 p.m., examination operations began at the Balma Test Center under the supervision and within the presence of one of the 3 investigating judges to whom the investigation has been referred to. This was also done in the presence of a judge, or rather a magistrate from the Paris Prosecutor's Office, as well as air transport safety officials. The examination is carried out by a judicial expert who's been appointed by the investigating judge, and it is under this person's authority that the various examination operations are being carried out. In addition, the expert works with qualified representatives of the DGA authority, as well as 2 representatives from the Boeing aircraft carrier, aircraft maker. The investigation is also being coordinated by Malaysian authorities, and a number of individuals have been appointed to this effect. The head of the Civil Aviation Authority from Malaysia. There's also a representative from Malaysian Airlines, not forgetting aeronautics experts from Malaysia, China, Australia, the UK, Singapore, and France. As far as France is concerned, an expert from the BEA authority has been appointed. On site, in Balma, the judicial expert opened the package containing the wing part. Now, based on the preliminary findings, we can say at this point that there is very serious reason to believe that the wing part, which washed up on a beach of Reunion Island on July 29th, does belong to the Boeing 777 flight flown by Malaysian Airlines, which went down on March 8, 2014, for two different reasons. The Boeing representatives have confirmed that the flaperon does belong to a 777 Boeing aircraft. This is due to its technical characteristics, the size, the dimensions, as well as the color and structure of the part. Also, representatives of Malaysian Airlines have shared information, technical documentation pertaining to the Boeing 777 aircraft flown by MH370. And on this basis, we have reconciled the information pertaining to the debris and to the technical documentation provided on the basis of shared technical characteristics. Additional testing is required. The test will begin tomorrow morning at the test center. I am not in a position tonight to say when exactly the results of this examination will be available. The experts will begin working in due time so as to provide complete and reliable information as quickly as possible. The information will be provided to the families of the victims. Our thoughts go out to them. With regard to the suitcase handle found nearby, this debris was sealed, and the package will be transferred and analyzed by the Criminal Investigation Department. Needless to say, we will keep you abreast of the results of this investigation. Thank you.
All right, you were listening there to French officials there regarding the discovery and the confirmation that the wing part found on Reunion Island is that, in fact, from the missing Malaysian airline. Mark Rosenker has been with us here as this story has been breaking. And Mark, unfortunately, we really didn't learn much more than the fact that they just confirmed that this wing is from Malaysian Air. We were kind of hoping to hear more about maybe where their investigation is now leading.
I'm disappointed as well. I was hoping we were going to get more information. But as the days unfold, it wouldn't surprise me we will be getting additional answers about the condition of the flaperon. I'm also very interested in learning about if potentially this suitcase remnant did come from the aircraft as well.
Mark, you know, you've been involved in many of these investigations in which multiple countries play a role in them. We're just sort of wondering, it's 2:24 a.m., it's 12 hours ahead from where we are right now in Kuala Lumpur. Understanding that the French authorities were probably going to deliver a press conference today, does it seem to you that the Malaysians wanted to be the first to deliver it? Because all the Paris prosecutor, Serge Mankiewicz, echoed was what Malaysia's Prime Minister said just moments ago.
Absolutely. I think they did get a heads up and were able to at least alert the families. At least I hope that's what happened.
Yes, they did.
That this was going to be a finding that was going to be announced.
Yes, they did alert the families of the crew and also the passengers. I just have to wonder, though, I mean, what is there to lose to share this information with us? Is it just a matter of politics here playing, that they don't want to release some of these findings because they want to respect the other departments that are involved here? Or is it a courtesy to these families? I'm just curious why they're holding this back.
I'm waiting to understand their process. Typically what would happen is that you would have a group of accident investigators being looking at these parts through a very methodical and meticulous examination, a forensic examination, and then they would come to consensus on what they are seeing. You're also getting, because of the nature of of the judicial system and the investigative process in France, you're now getting a layer of, if you will, a criminal aspect to it. You see prosecutors now taking apparently at least the spokesman lead, and at that point, many times that will slow the information flow.